Welcome, seekers of the unknown. Today we will journey through time, exploring the top 7 most mysterious disappearances in history. We will delve into the enigmatic corners of the past, where the lines between fact and fiction blur. These cases, from the vanishing of Amelia Earhart to the lost colony of Roanoke, have perplexed the greatest minds for decades, leaving us with more questions than answers. So without further ado, let's dive into the chilling waters of the unknown. At number 7, we have the bewildering case of the Mary Celeste. On a cold December day in 1872, the Mary Celeste, an American merchant brigantine, was found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was in near-perfect condition, its cargo fully intact, and the crew's personal belongings untouched. Yet the crew members were nowhere to be found. The ship's logbook, last updated 10 days prior, offered no clues. Even more eerie, the ship's single lifeboat was missing, suggesting the crew had intentionally abandoned ship. But why would they do so when the Mary Celeste was perfectly seaworthy? Various theories have been proposed over the years, from pirate attacks to natural disasters to supernatural phenomena. Despite exhaustive investigations and scientific inquiries, no definitive explanation has ever been offered. To this day, the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains a chilling maritime mystery. Moving on to number 6, we delve into the eerie tale of the lost colony of Roanoke. In the late 16th century, a brave group of 115 English settlers embarked on a daring journey across the Atlantic, establishing the Roanoke colony on an island off the coast of present-day North Carolina. The colony's governor, John White, returned to England for supplies, anticipating a swift return. However, due to the outbreak of war with Spain, White's return was delayed by 3 agonizing years. When he finally stepped foot on Roanoke once again, he was met with an eerie silence. The colony he had left bustling with life was now deserted. The homes were dismantled, and there was no sign of struggle or a hurried departure. The settlers had vanished, leaving behind only one cryptic clue. Carved into a wooden post was the word Croatoan, the name of a nearby island and tribe. Despite numerous theories ranging from integration with local tribes to being victims of violent conflict, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains shrouded in mystery. The lost colony, as it is now known, has intrigued historians and scholars for centuries, sparking countless investigations and research, yet providing no definitive answers. The disappearance of the Roanoke colonists continues to be one of history's most unsettling enigmas. At number 5, we're taking to the skies with the perplexing disappearance of Flight 19. It was the year 1945 when 5 Avenger planes took off on a routine training mission over the Bermuda Triangle. The squadron, known as Flight 19, was led by experienced flight trainer Lieutenant Charles Carroll Taylor. The mission was nothing out of the ordinary, a simple navigation exercise. However, the ordinary quickly turned extraordinary when all 5 planes mysteriously vanished without a trace. The last radio communication was a chilling message from Lieutenant Taylor, claiming that his compasses were malfunctioning and that they were hopelessly lost. The mystery deepened when a Martin Mariner flying boat dispatched to search for the missing Avengers also disappeared. 13 men were on board the search plane, and like Flight 19, they were never seen or heard from again. What happened to Flight 19 and the search plane? Could it have been a mechanical failure, a navigational error, or something more sinister? Despite extensive investigations and search efforts, no wreckage or remains have ever been found, and the fate of the 27 men remains unknown. The Bermuda Triangle, with its long history of mysterious disappearances, swallowed Flight 19 and the search plane, adding another chapter to its lore. And so, the vanishing of Flight 19 and the search plane has become one of the most enduring aviation mysteries of all time. The disappearance of Flight 19 remains an unsettling mystery forever lost to the Bermuda Triangle. Coming in at number 4 is the heart-wrenching case of the Sodder children. On the eve of Christmas in 1945, a fire consumed the Sodder family's home in West Virginia. The parents and 4 of their 9 children escaped, but the other 5 children were never found. Despite the intense heat of the blaze, no physical remains were ever discovered, sparking a mystery that has endured for decades. What happened to the Sodder children? Were they victims of the fire as initially believed, or was something more sinister at play? In the years following the tragedy, the Sodder parents received a series of strange sightings and tips, suggesting their children were still alive. One such sighting was a photograph of a young man resembling one of the missing Sodder boys, sent to them anonymously. Despite numerous investigations and searches, the case remains unsolved. The fate of the Sodder children remains a haunting mystery that continues to baffle investigators. At number 3, we have the enigmatic disappearance of Jim Thompson. Thompson, a former American intelligence officer, turned the tie silk industry around post-World War II. His passion for the industry turned it into a global phenomenon, breathing life into an age-old craft that was on the brink of extinction. His profound influence earned him the title, the Silk King. In the year 1967, during a tranquil holiday in Malaysia's Cameron Highlands, Thompson vanished without a trace. He embarked on a seemingly innocent afternoon walk and was never seen again. Despite the massive manhunt that ensued, involving local tribesmen, police, and even the American military, no evidence of Thompson's whereabouts was ever found. His disappearance led to a whirlwind of theories ranging from kidnapping to wild animal attacks, yet none have been proven. The disappearance of Jim Thompson remains an enduring enigma, shrouded in the mists of the Cameron Highlands. At number 2, we have the audacious and puzzling disappearance of D.B. Cooper. In the annals of criminal history, few stories captivate like that of D.B. Cooper. On a stormy night in November 1971, a man using the pseudonym D.B. Cooper hijacked a Boeing 727 mid-flight between Portland, Oregon and Seattle, Washington. Cooper was no ordinary hijacker. He was calm, polite, and even paid his drink tab. He passed a note to a flight attendant revealing he had a bomb and demanding $200,000 in ransom and 4 parachutes. The plane landed in Seattle. The passengers were released, the ransom was paid, and the parachutes were delivered. But Cooper's audacious plan didn't stop there. He ordered the plane to take off again, heading towards Mexico City. But he never intended to reach Mexico. Somewhere over the rugged wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper did the unthinkable. He strapped on one of the parachutes, took the cash, and jumped into the freezing, stormy night. Despite an extensive manhunt by the FBI and local authorities, Cooper was never found. The case remains one of the FBI's longest unsolved mysteries. Only a fraction of the ransom money was ever recovered, and Cooper's true identity and fate remain shrouded in mystery. D.B. Cooper's daring escape and subsequent disappearance remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in crime history. Finally, at number 1, we have the iconic and enigmatic disappearance of Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart, a name synonymous with courage and tenacity, was a pioneering figure in aviation. She was a woman who defied the norms of her time, pushing the boundaries of what was considered possible for women in the early 20th century. Earhart's ambition was not just to fly, but to leave an indelible mark on the world. Her boldness led her to attempt something that no one had accomplished before, a flight around the globe. In 1937, Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, set out on this daring journey, an odyssey that would etch their names in the annals of history. Their journey was progressing well until they reached a critical leg of their trip. They were to fly from Lae in Papua New Guinea to Howland Island in the Pacific Ocean, but they never arrived. The world waited in bated breath as the last radio transmissions from Earhart's plane crackled through the airwaves. She reported being low on fuel and unable to find the island. Then, silence. The ensuing search for Earhart and Noonan was extensive, one of the most costly and wide-ranging in history. Ships and aircraft scoured the Pacific for weeks, but no trace of the plane or its occupants was ever found. Theories abound about their fate, ranging from crashing into the ocean to being captured by the Japanese. However, to this day, no definitive evidence has been found to corroborate any of these theories. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart is more than just a mystery. It's a testament to the human spirit, to the drive to explore and push boundaries, even in the face of immense risk. It's a story that continues to inspire and captivate us, even after all these years. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart remains a haunting mystery, forever etched in the annals of aviation history. And there you have it, the top 7 most mysterious disappearances in history. From the enigmatic vanishing of the Mary Celeste crew to the puzzling case of Amelia Earhart, the lost colony of Roanoke, and the mystifying disappearances of Flight 19, the Sodder children, Jim Thompson, and D.B. Cooper. Each case, shrouded in intrigue and uncertainty, continues to baffle and fascinate us. As we conclude our journey, we are reminded that in the vast expanse of history, some mysteries remain unsolved, forever inviting us to ponder and wonder.